division game, 3-1 Chiefs versus the 1-3 Las Vegas Raiders. If you can get a win in this game, Kansas City, you'd go to 4-1 and you'd put the Raiders at 1-4. You'd have 3 games with one half of the tiebreaker already out of the way. You can put them out of the playoff, the division title race early. I don't want to hurt myself, pat myself on the back, but when everybody was talking about how tough this division was going to be, I just remember talking about on this show saying, where are people getting this from?
Right.
The Raiders barely got into the playoffs last year, playing the last place schedule, and just got absolutely whipped by the Chiefs. I was never worried about the Raiders going. They got Devontae Adams. Who cares? How many times have you seen the Raiders get a big name player and they still suck? They still find ways to lose games, dumb penalties at dumb times. What were they doing with what was his name? Rich Bisaccia, the interim coach that they had last year? After the John Gruden fallout, they got rid of him. Was that his name? Rich, right? Bisaccia?
I couldn't even tell you who the Raiders head coach is now. Do they even have one? They look
pretty much Josh McDaniels, right?
That's the point I'm getting to. They bring in Rich, the guy, the interim coach. He leads them to the playoffs, and what do? They get rid of him and bring in a guy who flopped out in his first go-around, a Belichick disciple, which none of those guys have panned out and been very good as NFL head coaches. And they start 1-3, and it's same old with the Raiders.
Dude, Nick, that Raiders cycle, it needs one more box. And right before the We Are Here one, it's like Derek Carr's going to do good this season, right?
Yeah. Derek Carr is a dark horse
losing streak, right. And then that's where we are.
That's phase 1 right there at the beginning. Off-season hype, right? Overhyped in the off-season.
But specifically, I don't know. Derek Carr is my dark horse MVP candidate this year.
Okay, so I don't want to get too excited about this game and juke them like we did the Colts, but how excited are you guys to watch this defense go against that O-line and Derek Carr and just rip his head off this week? How many sacks do you guys I'm over under on 5? I'm kind of taking over.
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be tough. I don't know that I might 5 sacks is a lot, but if we can get to him, he'll just throw the ball. He'll just chuck it up in the air.
Dude, that's the knock against that guy.
Yeah.
You hit him early, you get him rattled, and he turtles and just sucks the rest of the game.
Exactly.
So, getting pressure against him, stopping the run, get Josh Jacobs got going against the Broncos, which Josh Jacobs always does. That seems like that's the only team he gets going against. Shut that down and get up on them early and make them throw the ball a lot. Yeah, that line is Chiefs can get in there, and Derek Carr's not a mobile quarterback. He's not a statue pocket passer, but he's not Kyler Murray or some of these other guys where Lamar Jackson, where he can get out and run, so he's really a threat with his legs. Chiefs, one of my favorite stats of all time, they beat the Raiders by a combined 66 points over 2 games last season.
89 total points.
They scored 89 on them total. The logo game where they came out and decided they're going to jump on the logo before the game and then ended up losing 49-7 or whatever that game ended up being. That was an absolute joke of a performance. It's funny because you see these national experts talk about the Raiders and Chiefs. Oh, it's a division game. The Raiders always play the Chiefs tough. No, they don't. They do not play the Chiefs tough. They had one game where they beat us because they scored 40 points and our defense could not stop anything, and the referees took away 2 or 3 really big plays. They didn't call pass interference on Tyreek Hill in the end zone that should have put the ball at the 1-yard line. That game, but I mean, the Chiefs have owned this division